was a noise from somewhere deep. We heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that you heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near, taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break, singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. A song for the lonely, the tired and the weary. A song for the broken, the mighty. Can you hear me? Get beyond our pride and greed, share everything that we need. We won't be ignored. We will be restored. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. 'Cause love is the word, and hope is the song.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, because it's showtime.
Good morning. Welcome to the breakfast.
Snooze button.
The morning show, the Cafe Morning Show.
The Cafe Morning Snooze
And as
button.
always, the snooze button gets stuck because we always late.
Boom. Boop, boop, boop.
Now let me ask you guys a question. Early in the morning, somebody texts you, I had eccentric dreams last night. What are you supposed to make of that?
Was it a man or a woman?
It was a slick.
Yeah. I had some eccentric dreams last night.
Let me tell you something. I think I'm going to block you because your messages are a little bit strange.
I feel like my messages make your day. That's why.
They do. As a matter of fact, we left yesterday, and he's in the car, and he's smiling. And I look out of my car window, I look over, I'm like, man, what sexy woman's texting him to bring a smile to his face? He rolls down his window and goes, it's slick. Honest to God, I'm thinking, wow, who just made your day with that grin on your face?
It's this
And
man.
he goes, it's slick. He goes, I was right, and I'm dying because
he wrote,
that's what made
he
you put
said
a smile
to me
on
that
your
I
face.
was right. I said, the big dog's always right.
I'm thinking he got a sexy picture. Careful, that whole banner, guys, is falling.
What? Oh,
That.
you got it.
I'm thinking you got a sexy picture. Some woman sent you a message. Some great deal happened, and you're like, it's slick. So that was kind of funny.
You're funny.
I'm a
Why would you
whole
think
lot of-
that?
Because, like, what else would bring a smile to your face like that?
Well, we were arguing the whole afternoon about some lady in Slick's life.
Ah.
Allegedly. Could be a guy, you know, not that there's anything wrong with it, but it
A
could be
partner
something.
for Slick?
Because he won't tell us what it is.
His lunch dates?
He has been slipping, his lunch fell in the parking lot. All
Yes.
this stuff is going on because the Slickster seems to be in love. So, in love. So he says to me, he sends me messages all weekend. I love too hard. I fall in love too fast. I'm sitting there, I'm saying, why the hell is this guy telling me all this? I said, Slick, I will put you on my couch Monday morning, lay out, relax, nice and easy. And he got some, I guess, some bad news yesterday?
I can't say bad news.
Want to grab Mike?
What, you get some realistic news?
No, it's just like, you know how Don says, like, you know,
Uh-oh, what did I say?
it's kind of bad.
Now I'm being brought into the mix too? What did I
No,
say?
no, because I'm not bringing it, because, like, you said this one time, like, you know, it's kind of hard to say Freddie was right, even though, like,
Wow.
even though
You
I
were
thought
right.
my way was the right way, but it's kind of
I
hard to
told
say
you.
it. So I had
You
to
know,
tell
when you
that.
go shopping and they put the stuff in the bag and you take it home, do you look in the bag to pick out the items? Or do you put your hand in there and just grab an item?
I'll just put my hand in there and grab an item. 'Cause
That's the way it works. Everything in life, that's the way it works. You got to put your hand in there and grab whatever comes out, comes out.
Really?
yeah.
You don't look?
Look at what?
No, scratch and sniff like nothing?
Nothing. No
You
scratches,
just put
nothing.
your hand in. Ever do that on Halloween? You guys have Halloween parties at school, and you put your hand in the bag, and you get mushy, you get lumpy. You get eyeballs, you get wet spaghetti. You
Wet
just put your
spaghetti.
hand right in the bag, and you never know
That's
what
it.
you get.
I always go shopping for wet spaghetti.
Or eyeballs.
First of all, let me tell you something. You hit the most dreaded zone in a man's life.
Friend zone?
Bingo!
I can't say it's a friend zone though. I would
Yes,
just
you
say
can.
it's a confusion zone because
No, it's
like
not.
she's very confusing.
Bring her in here and let me ask her straight out.
I can't say friend
And I bet
zone.
you she's gonna say, I love him like a brother. This is
hard
what they
pass.
tell you.
I don't think
and
so.
And the more gorgeous they are,
Now you
the more brother.
Now you playing.
I'm not
I
playing.
can't- Yeah, now.
Like the worst is definitely a
Yeah.
brother zone because you can kind of like squirm your way out of the friend
How
zone,
many
but a
brother
brother zone
zones-
is absolutely
How
not.
many guys have you put in the brother zones in your life?
I'm like, dude, you're like a brother to me,
All
and they're
of
like,
them, apparently.
oh.
Now, she
Okay.
gives you the dude word. You know what that means? That's even beneath.
Yeah, when she
That's beneath the friend zone. That's, listen, I could take you or leave you zone.
But it brought a smile to his face.
Yeah.
Honest to goodness. He's like,
I just didn't want to say that you were right, and I'm like, okay, cool.
I don't want to be right.
You are right.
I don't want to be right. Slick, you're too soft.
You know what's worse when
I'm a mush ball, yeah.
you know what's
Of course.
someone says he has a great personality.
That's pretty
He's
bad.
a nice guy.
Yeah, exactly like that.
He's fun.
Yeah.
Right?
You need the whole complete package.
Do you tell a girl when she says you are now in the friend zone? I got too many friends.
Has
too
anyone
many
told a girl
friends.
they're in the friend zone?
I had too many friends. You want to be a friend? Go buy a puppy.
Anyone ever tell you, Bianca, they friend zone you as a girl?
Well,
As
let
a
me think.
girl, you're supposed
Oh my
to
gosh,
be a friend.
I remember this really clearly. So everyone thought this one guy, his name was Will, super good friend now. And everyone thought that he liked me. And then one day my friend Jody and my friend some other girl, they were sitting down just by themselves, and he walks up to them and goes out of his way, and he's like, just so you guys know, I have no attraction towards her and I do not like her. Just in case you guys were wondering. And they were
Which
like,
meant he
what?
really likes
That
you.
means he
I
loves
was
you.
like, oh, okay.
He has the hots for you.
That means he can't say it, but he totally.
No, that's fine.
He's defending himself
Yep.
for the truth because he doesn't want. See, the problem is that some women, they are very controlling, and a guy don't always like that. A guy don't have that kind of confidence.
You know what myth I think is
say
completely
confidence,
false
no.
though? The one where people are like, oh, boys are mean to girls that they like. I know so many boys that are so horribly mean, and it's not because they like the girl.
They're just mean?
They're just awful people.
But to you or in general?
No, in general, like I've also seen boys that are mean to me, and I'm like, I know for a fact that this child does not like me because he's a horrible person. Like he's just mean because he wants to be.
Don't mess with her.
She's a whole bag of angry.
I'm not even that angry.
Not that angry, just angry.
She's a whole bag of chips.
But you know what? You got to bring your A game. You know, Bianca reminds me in the day when you're going to date somebody, you got to bring your game, man. You got to bring, not this mushy stuff.
No, who say
I'm
I'm
going to turn
bringing?
into a donut if you don't like me.
Who?
Not that.
Who says that? Yeah.
I know.
I feel like you're.
People I know.
I mean, I feel like I never said that, but
No,
okay.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, I'm gonna
We
let
just started a
everybody say-
Brooklyn Cafe dating site.
Yeah, you
No,
should. You
I
should.
don't want to do that. Because and then Heartbreak Hotel, angers, you
Yeah.
become the middle. It's like your kids get married, right? Your daughter gets married, your son gets married, and you have to stay on the even keel. You can't take his side ever. You can't take her side ever. Because the moment you do and they make up, you're on the outs.
Oh yeah, true.
You are on the outs.
Always.
And that
It's
would
going to be
happen
like, oh,
here.
your dad doesn't like me. No more family events. Mhm.
That's right. Oh, I know him. He don't like me. I've heard that so many times. You just gotta man up. If a woman says to you, you know, you're in the friend zone, says, listen, I had no intention.
But they never like really said it. It's
But
just
the
like
best relationships start off as friends. It's like if you
True.
go into a relationship and like
Facts about it.
this is how I think of it. If I'm going to go out with Slick, let's say, like we go out on a blind date, it's like I already know he wants me. I already know I can have him. There's no fun. There's no chase. If we start out as friends, it's like, oh
It's just
shoot.
stating facts right now.
But if
It's
you start
kinda
off as friends-
He wants me, he's already
it's
got me,
stating
and
facts
what?
right now. So.
They say the best relationships stem from friendship.
Yeah, but the
If
funny-
it
you
really
learn from
does.
them as a friend, it is so much better because
is
you're like,
true.
it's just better because you feel way more relaxed when you're
Mm-hmm.
around them. And then you have that subtle tension and you're like, wait, does he like me? And you're like, no, never.
Yeah,
Okay, grab a
you're
mic
good friends,
because you're
yeah.
very intrigued by this conversation. He's like, hey, I'm gonna have a dance party.
But I want to ask Bianca. Bianca, if you know that
Just let
he
her know
likes,
what number you got.
if you know that he likes you,
I feel like that kills it.
if he knows that he likes you, he's going to show you he likes you. He's not going to stand around and say, you know, he doesn't have time for games. He's
Yeah,
a
that's why I
man.
say move on next. Like, I'm bored. It's like, I already know I can have you. What's the point?
Wow.
It's just like, I think a lot of girls especially like a fun chase. It's like, if I already know I can have the cookie, it's like, whatever. Like, it tastes
No,
fine, but
facts,
whatever.
yeah.
Never
do.
feed the beast.
We do
Just
like
tease her.
we do like the chase,
You like the check?
Yes,
hunt.
thank you.
the hunt.
You understand? Are
I
you
under-
getting it?
Teddy,
Are you getting it?
Teddy definitely understands what I'm
I
saying. I feel like
understand,
she
I
would completely
we're
understand.
gonna ask her.
So let me get this right. By the chase, you mean we
The hunt.
become.
As a girl,
It's all about the hunt
Did you
If
like
it's
the
a
hunt?
easy-
Did you like the hunt?
for your boyfriend.
Just like finding
Do
the
you
guys.
want your boyfriend to continue to hunt you, or is it when it's done?
I want him to continue to hunt me. I didn't enjoy having hunt him down.
She's done
Do
with
you
that.
enjoy the chase? That's the question. Would you rather some guy just be like, hey, let's
I enjoy
date?
a guy chasing after me. I don't
Ah.
enjoy chasing after a guy.
I like both ways.
So
Check it out.
never let them see.
But do you enjoy when they're
Your car.
chasing, kind of just to leave the breadcrumbs to see what they do next?
Yes.
You're not chasing them. You're almost leaving them the clues that they should chase you to see how they pick up on the signs.
Well, it's a good. It tells you who they are as a person.
Right? So we're
Thank
not
you.
chasing the guys. We're watching to see what they pick up on.
Yeah.
And what they'll do, and you know what happens?
Guys are
They don't
stupid.
pick up
we
on
don't pick up
anything.
on
They
that.
don't pick up on nothing. Yeah.
I used
Some
to
of the
see-
best points I ever got came from another woman.
I used to leave messages around my apartment when I was in college thinking I'd pick them up. Nope. Not a freaking clue.
I want to go to the voice of wisdom. Because this man here is the voice of wisdom. What do you think?
I would say ladies are right. I mean, the best.
That wasn't what I wanted to hear, voice
At
of
least he
wisdom.
didn't say what's the question.
What's the question?
Never mind. Listen, really,
What's the
really
question?
cool, right?
What's the question?
So I found out,
Yeah.
let's say that the ladies, whoever it is, and you're interested in them, you take a rose and you put it on their windshield of their car. And you leave a note, but you never sign your name.
That's almost stalker territory.
Oh no! Okay, I know this. Okay, it's not stalker like if you're hot. If you're ugly, yes it is. That's what girls are.
You see, that's
And there you have it, Teddy.
And then let me flip
Right
the
back.
pancake over.
But wait, isn't
Hold
beauty
on.
within
I
the-
gotta answer this.
within the inside out?
Hold on. It doesn't matter if she's uglier than the dog. If you have the interest in her, we don't measure it that way because not every woman is attractive, right?
Yes, they are in their own right.
Physically, but they are.
Sexy.
They are mentally.
Everyone is physically attractive.
I'm just
in
trying
their
to.
own right.
I'm trying to downplay Bianca's comment.
Teddy
Oh,
says-
he's ugly as a dog. If he's an ugly
Teddy's
dog.
like, I'm out.
Teddy, come back.
We
No.
just had this conversation yesterday.
But if the guy, I mean, geez, Louise.
It's like also, isn't it interesting to think about how if you might think someone is so butt ugly, but the person right next to you could think that they are the most beautiful and magnificent human being on the planet. Like, how interesting is it
Were
that
you
we
dropped
all...
on your head as a kid?
Bianca.
No!
Bianca Adrian says, "Oh, Bianca, you're so hilarious, but ouch."
It's just facts.
And new mom says she's been stalked like that before, kind of creepy.
Called it.
New mom is me.
That ain't a stalk. I'm gonna tell you something.
New
If
mom
new
knows
mom, if new
She's
mom
coming
had
on
a rose
Friday.
on her car, and it says, "I think you are the best," anonymous. That's not a stalk. That's a compliment. That's like you bring everybody a box of donuts. Like you brought a box of donuts, and then you bring Teddy a special donut. You're not saying special
Donut
donut.
for Teddy.
No, that's a bad example. But anyway, but it doesn't mean that you're saying to Teddy, I love you. You're saying, I may find you interesting. Or you're saying, this is because you're special and you want to make them special. Ain't all about this, gonna sit back and let her run you around. You know, that's like taking the nose and going like this.
Who said I'm doing that?
Where's the line between stalker
Give her that mic and you take that mic.
Who said I'm doing? Who said I'm doing that?
Yesterday, I have to say, this is a wonderful example. Valerie yesterday was feeding me some of her, not feeding me, but like we were sharing her strawberries, and she saved me the big strawberry, and it was a very like nice, like oh
That was very
gesture.
nice of
Yeah,
Val.
my heart broke a little bit. It was
Because she
really
loves
sweet.
you.
I brought
Exactly.
strawberries for you, girl.
Thank you.
Now, why is it that
Choose
girls
me.
can share strawberries, but if you ask a girl, would you like to eat my strawberry?
Sounds so
problem.
bad.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
The
That's
way
definitely
your way
a
you're
double
putting it
standard.
out is
What's
not
wrong with
like that's not the right way. Yeah.
You like a berry.
Would you like a berry? When you say, would you like to eat my berry?
Would you like to eat my berry?
Yeah.
But what's wrong with
Crazy.
It's all in
that?
the delivery.
But what's wrong with
Would
it?
you go for some?
Would you like to eat my
She
berry?
would.
Comes with
No,
a
the answer
smile.
would
Like
never
a-
be-
Slick ever said that to me, I smack him.
See?
But that's because he's a guy. He's
Right.
a dude.
So we
Dudes
can
don't
get
have
away
that
with a
kind
whole
of.
lot more.
Oh yeah.
Like
That's right.
yesterday I texted
Yeah,
Summer,
if
come
you
drink
tell,
with me.
if you were to tell another lady, would you like to eat my strawberry? She says, oh, sure.
So yesterday I text Summer, come have a drink with me. And she says, okay, I'll be there Friday. Now if I said that to a random guy, come have a drink with me, a whole different connotation than me telling Summer to come have a drink with us and new mom's going to be here. Right? Totally different. You're going to answer Adrian? He's the husky guy. The guy that wrote all the books on the huskies.
Yeah, he says he came to the USA in 2000 from the UK and always claimed that she who must be obeyed.
His wife.
His wife. Adrian, not for nothing. But I want to see you here on men's night. We have to have a little chit chat. You can obey. That's not even the right word. You can, what's the word? Communicate. But obey, much too strong. You're a person, and when you get lost in a female juice, you
Facts.
start being a person. I'm just
Facts.
being real. I'm not trying to be
So I
ugly.
was having this conversation with someone the other day, and she invited her friend to go out, And her friend says, well, let me check with my husband and see what our plans are.
There you go. So when she takes a shower and she wants to dry off, she says, can I dry off?
And this other person was like, you have to ask your husband if you can go out with me?
Not
Like,
good. Not good.
What is that?
Not good.
But Teddy's shaking her head. Their generation is different. I know Bianca's not asking her
Yeah,
husband.
everybody thinks that romance is being stalking.
I mean, like, there's a difference between being like, hey, I'm gonna go on a girls' trip, like, are you cool with that? If he's like, oh, it would make me really uncomfortable, I'd be like, okay, like, let's figure out a solution. If I'm like, I'm gonna go out to coffee with my friends, and he's like, no, I'm like, well, suck it up, too bad, like, whatever. But if it's like a long distance thing and it's an actual issue, I'd rather sit down and communicate about it than like foster an issue, because over the years,
Do
it
you
would
have
become a problem.
girlfriends?
Do I have girlfriends?
Yeah, do you hang out with girls?
Oh yeah, I thought you meant do I have like multiple girlfriends? I was like, no.
No.
A
Do you have...
polyamorous situation?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Probably
okay.
remember.
I have lots of
That's
lady
not what I
friends.
meant. Stop. You're
Exactly
gonna
what
hang
you
out.
meant.
You're gonna hang out with your friends,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So along comes the Spider and Mr. Wonderful,
Along comes Polly.
and he is now in your life. You're gonna give up your girlfriends over Mr. Spider?
No. So I've actually had this issue where it's like you start hanging out with your boyfriend and like
They get
you
jealous.
No, you start realizing things about your friends. For example, it's like I saw this girl where she was like, I always thought I would be crying to my friends about my boyfriend, not the other way around. Because your friends start to, not even that they treat you differently, you just start seeing them differently. Because like, hey, let's say you don't hang out with them for a little bit and you're always the first one to reach out. And then they never talk to you again because you're always making the effort.
But you're always the first one to reach out, so nothing's changed.
Exactly. So then, like, you start noticing things. Or, like, if they just act poorly and you're like, oh, like, whatever, it's okay, that's just what they do. Your boyfriend might be like, no, they've acted this way before and you continue to get hurt by your friends.
Teddy's like, yes.
Sometimes it's the other way too, where
Yeah.
I experience it where your friends, if they're good friends, if they don't like your boyfriend, listen to that. Because I dated a guy for 2 years and my friends hated him and I lost a lot of friends because I was like, no, I'm sticking with him, and he turned out to be a terrible, terrible person, but I couldn't see it because I was, rose-colored goggles. And my friends were like, well, I don't want to hang out with you because you keep talking about your boyfriend who we really dislike and think is a really bad influence on you.
Well, that's funny because I dated a model. I ended up marrying her. That was the first wife. But anyway, and all my friends stopped.
Your life is hilarious.
All my friends stopped hanging out with
Tell
me.
you.
And I thought it was something, well, what's wrong? And the reason was they were jealous. And that's just the bottom fact. And
that's
they have
always
come
that,
to
too.
me and told me this.
They were jealous that you were dating her?
Oh, this, you got
Yeah, but look how it turned out.
My
I
friends-
got divorced, they got the last laugh, so.
No last laugh. She
Yeah.
wasn't
No,
such a
trust
nice
me.
person.
She wasn't. That's why I tell you, it ain't about the looks. You better find out what's inside that blouse.
Exactly.
And I don't mean on top, I mean deep down inside. But you got to be real about the situation, especially with what's going on around us today.
Oh my gosh.
Your your margin of error is so small right now that if you fall hard for anything or anyone, your recouping and getting back on the horse is going to be long, hard struggles.
Well, we go into Mercury retrograde on Saturday.
I don't want to hear this. This
It
is
is
Just
a
had a
full
full
blood
moon
moon,
last night.
lunar eclipse,
Yeah.
solar eclipse tonight.
Yeah, so
Pluto's in retrograde. All everyone is saying is communication issues are abundant.
Yeah.
Texting issues, email issues. Be very careful in what you say.
You're right. Look what happened yesterday with the UPS guy.
What?
What happened
We
again
haven't
yesterday?
unpacked
I
that
had
box
to
yet.
go.
And the post office.
I had to go to Costco to get, and the post office the day before. But yesterday I had to go to the post office. My UPS package is missing. This is when we did the show in the post office that the drapes were, the curtain rods were missing, right?
yes.
So I see the UPS guy on the corner. You know, they were chopping trees. So he parked there. So I get out of my car and I start yelling at him. I says, what is wrong with you? He says, I'm sorry. Do you know what 2400 is? He goes, you know something? I'm trying to figure that out because this is a residential and there is no 2400 residential. So I look at him and I says, they give you a truck to drive? Are you serious? 2400 is right there. It's a business. Oh. And then they showed up.
And then we're thinking, who walked in the door? Because, they were still hanging. Here's our new segment. How many men does it take to hang
Oh, they got you guys on film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. How many men does it take? It's more than 2 men in a car.
Yeah, but
Let's
they
put it
have
that way.
they have their own defense. They never said that they knew how to hang
Well,
curves.
here's the best thing about this. We put Dan up on the ladder because He's taller. First
He's
Slick
afraid.
goes up.
He's afraid of
First Slick
heights.
goes up, and I go, who's taller, Dan or Slick? And they're like, Dan, of course. So Dan goes up. I did not realize Dan is terrified of the height of that ladder.
You know, he's terrified of being
He
2
didn't
feet off
know.
the air.
So he's on the ladder. Slick's on the ladder. The drill doesn't work. We call Riley because his dad's in construction to bring in a power concrete drill. His dad's in construction, not Riley. All right, so there's the disconnect. So Riley's like, do we even have that kind of drill? So Riley goes home, he gets his drill, he comes in. Now
And that drill died. Let's
now
start
we
there.
got 3 guys and 2 drills to hang the curtains.
And we ain't getting
And
nowhere.
we've got Joshua editing.
He's
Pace
editing.
Piece. Hours, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. They're still up there. 11 o'clock, Josh is editing. We run
12
tapes
o'clock.
because you're not here. 12 o'clock comes around. Now the guys have switched turns on the ladder, right? Up and down.
Nothing's on.
Nothing. Joshua's still editing, and I happen to walk by, and I say to him kiddingly, by the way, are you handy?
I'm a carpenter.
Can you help them? Sure. Really? Because for 4 hours, he edited Fate's piece. He got that first one up in 10 minutes. What is with you guys? Would you volunteer and go, wait, I can do that? Or do you wait to be asked?
I have to admit, I'm the guy that calls the guy if something breaks, so I'm not.
Yeah, but if you saw someone struggling, like I know Vinny gets up, he's like, wait, I got that for you. And you too, Dawn, let me get that for you. Josh was like,
No, I'm gonna
I
be.
can do that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I hope that Teddy don't get mad at me, but this is the honest truth.
Teddy always does it.
I was hoping that Teddy would go up there and do it, because I
Teddy's on
know that
fire.
she has a background in it.
But
Not
there
to take
were
away
4
anything from the guy.
guys.
It doesn't matter. They have never
busy.
hung a curtain rod except for the one in here in their life.
DJ
True?
hung this.
True. No,
Okay.
hold on. No. Yeah, I did.
I'm trying to defend
Slick
you.
and I rehung
I
this
did-
one.
you thank you.
I'm trying to defend you.
Thank you.
Okay, right here, I'm trying to defend you. So I'm sitting there, and I keep popping into Teddy, giving her the updates,
I know.
and she's just eating and working. And I'm like, damn, I got I get the you know the
We got Val taking pictures. Teddy's
was
doing a
busy.
piece. She's working
I
on
was
a
going to throw
commercial.
myself on the floor and say, Teddy, I've fallen, I can't get up. Can you help me? And she's like,
I just like to preface this with before that you were like, hey, we have this commercial that needs to be done today. And I was like, all right, I guess that's what I'm doing today.
Yeah, I had to do the commercial because I thought I got 4 guys to hang 2
No,
curtain
this
rods.
is not the best piece.
You weren't even here yet.
This is not the best. The best piece is we hung a rack on the wrong rail. That's my fault, not theirs. I put it in the wrong because I didn't realize you had to move it to the left. And they got so frustrated. Says tomorrow's another day. And they exited
they
out
all
of here.
left.
And they ran out of here.
Because I looked up and they're like, well, where do we put the other side of it? And that's when I called you because that one was in the wrong place. It didn't make sense no matter where you put the
Yes,
other
Mom,
one.
we got it.
And they go, Riley goes, I'm out. Dan goes, gotta go.
I gotta go.
Slick
Even
says-
Joshua says, well, I
Slick
can't do
goes,
it by myself.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Joshua, I said, okay, could you guys just bring in the banner? You left me a construction zone over there of
Oh yeah.
sawdust.
Now,
back to it.
of
Let me-
stuff,
let me
concrete,
explain
and this is where
something.
RK comes in
Let
today.
me explain something to you.
I'm short.
Dawn has A, B, C, E, F, G,
On
H, I, J on cleaning. So when you guys left his here yesterday and I came in,
Because he went out.
she was a nervous wreck. I had to grab her from the ceiling because she's like this.
I locked the door, I had the broom, and he walks in on the stage. It's like when your hand's in the Nutella jar and your mom walks in and it's dinner time. I look up, just like when I opened the bay door and he called me. I look up, he goes,
She
What
was
are you doing?
She was a wreck.
like, I'm vacuuming. Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
But-
And then we had a radio station to do last night.
But getting back to the dating thing, you know, there's a lot of different things that you can do that can be helpful. Like I was invited to a paint apartment party. You ever been invited to a paint apartment party?
Not in an apartment.
No, in
What
New
is
York it's an
that?
apartment.
Like when you paint your friend's house if they're renting or they're moving in.
There was like 12 of us and there was only 3 guys.
It's a good ratio for you.
That's
Who
why
painted?
that's why I said yes, this is this girl that I
Who
used to
painted,
know.
the girls or the guys? You call Teddy.
No, this
Teddy!
was in New York. This is going back in the day. And I painted her house black and white. That's what she wanted. And I put a floor down that was black and white. I did all the work. It was the whole weekend. But I'm going to tell you something. What a party that was. And then when you work with somebody, you get to know a little bit more about them. So it's that deepness that you have to get. Not this, let's go to lunch and she's on her best behavior. You ever notice when you go on a date with the first time with a girl, she doesn't eat?
He came back for more.
Facts.
You are my hero. By the way, there's a statue we're putting together for you.
Joshua Tree's in the house.
Joshua Tree. It's about learning who they are, because at the end of the day, she may be all that and she ain't for you. What are you laughing at?
The first time my boyfriend and I worked together, he always thought, because I did the exact same thing when we started like dating. I was like very soft and demure, and I like didn't know how to do anything. And the first time we worked together, I was putting together something for him in his room. We were doing it together. I did the exact same thing I did here, where I was like, "Stop, move, get out, let me do it."
You told him like that?
Yeah. Well, we had been dating for a few months at the time, and he's not handy whatsoever. And I did the same thing, and I was like, "Get out! I'm doing this. Just lay on the bed." And we learned that he's really good at laying on the bed and supervising, and I'm really good at actually working. And he told me the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, that's when I kind of realized, like, actually how we work together." I was like, "Oh, good."
See, sometimes she needs to be Jack the Two-Time Tailor, and you have to sit back and you got to know your spot.
So yesterday, Val's showing Dan how to do the board. We had 2 minutes before the show starts,
Val
right?
was telling Dan how to do the board.
Right, so he's doing the Manchester board. And Val's like, you do this and you do that, but first you're going to go this. And Teddy's sitting there on the other side of the room, she's like, this. And I'm like, Dan, you got to do this. And you guys, it's 11:01 and we got to go in there. I'm getting texted. And Val's talking her through. And Teddy's like, it's a good thing Val's on the board. She goes, Dan, move. Got to do this. Click, click, click. Come back to it later. But Val was very patient. Finally, he goes, you know what? Let me
Oh, you
take
did
this
that
up."
yesterday?
She was
No,
good.
Val did it. I sat there. I
She
sat
didn't
there and
say
I gripped
anything.
the table.
There was no pushing Teddy to the edge. Normally I'm good at it. Like, wow, look at this disaster going on. And she says, everybody out!
So Adrian says we
very
should
calm
definitely take
yesterday.
the cameras around the studio so people can see what we're talking about.
Is he
so
in
it would go
Florida?
viral. No, I think he's in Indiana.
Yeah, we should do a remix
Iowa.
around the studio with a couple of cameras. We should do that with, just try it one morning, 4
And go
cameras
live.
going on
4
one.
guys on a ladder. How you doing, Joshua? You ready to get back up there?
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Sounds enthused.
Joshua,
Now
by
we
the
know what
way,
you
the
can
2
do.
pieces you edit, I don't know if you did one and you did one or you did
He did
both.
both.
You did both. We're perfect. Send it to Faith Washington. She's plastering it all over. I'm waiting for her to do her run, and then I'm going to run ours today. So nice job, by the way. New kid on the block.
I'm dying over that whole thing.
But again, it's easy to poke into the fruit because they don't know. They try.
So I pulled a valve today. I pulled the curtains back because I knew someone was going to trip over it.
Yeah.
Lights are out, and you hear
Ba-boom. Ba-boom. And what is it with the
He goes,
movie?
what was that? I go, nothing.
What is it with putting all the curtains? I feel like I'm in a,
Trying to let light in here.
I don't like that. It looks
Well, you
funky.
weren't here yesterday, so we opened the curtains, we sprayed things,
you
we
open the-
opened the
did you
bay
open the
door.
bay door?
Yes, sir.
You had to get the jujus out.
Is that why it smells like
We've
sweaty
done
armpit in here
incense
today?
in here. We've done a lot of things.
No.
When you open the bay door, the heat comes
It was
in.
early. Slick said it was a nice day out.
Yeah, it was a nice day out.
This is the guy who couldn't hang the rods.
No, here's the funniest thing. So we've had Echo set up over here for about a year now. So I have this dream last night about this wire that we continue to trip over every day, all day long because
Not
of
we.
Echo. Because of Echo, right? And I'm thinking, why is Echo wired across the whole theater? Why is not Echo over by the soundboard? So I come in this morning and I say to Freddie, why is Echo across the studio from
Our
the
executive
speakers?
director of
Sound and floor manager.
has
Don't
not
see me.
figured that out yet.
So I'm thinking, well, Echo's not plugged into the router. That was the first thing I had to check.
Who runs music on Friday?
Echo's on Wi-Fi.
Who runs Echo? Who runs the sound system?
I run
Who
Echo.
knows the speakers?
I
Who
run
knows?
Echo, but we were good with the long
gonna-
auxiliary wire.
I'm going to give you another one.
We were good with it, but was it necessary?
Not necessary because we can put
But
it
I'm
It
gonna
has
give
now
you-
been rolled up.
Hold on, I'm going to give you
And
another
Echo
one.
is now across the
I'm
theater.
going to give you another one. On Friday,
Yeah.
Mr. Executive Sound Director, Floor Manager,
Yes.
He's
turns
in
off the
Idaho.
big speakers because you get reverb when Sharon sings, right?
Yeah.
So this one is easy to turn on. Has anybody turned on the other one all week? What's today? Wednesday? It's 3 days now.
I was wondering why there's
So
no sound
Monday,
coming out of
yeah. So
that.
Monday was.
I don't fit back there.
Yeah, I can
I'll
fit
do
back
it.
there.
I know you're the one that turned it off.
Monday was a wild day, so I was in here.
That's why I like RK, because he's small. He fits in all the small corners. I
Yeah,
bet you he
he's
goes back there
mighty.
and boom, boom. He is mighty.
He's might be small, but he's mighty strong. So so Echo has now been moved over to the table,
Okay.
and the wire's been rolled up, and
Now, you
no
know
more tripping
why
over
I
that
didn't put
wire.
it over there?
Why? Did you get reverb?
You're about to find out.
Oh no.
Why did you get reverb?
Well, somebody in here says, Echo, play. Echo, don't talk to me. Echo, don't listen to me. It's Echo, play. Boom. Right? All the way over there, Echo ain't going to hear nothing.
Val's gonna run over.
She's going to say, who did that?
Val clip clop across
Yeah,
the
what the
theater.
hell is that?
It's her shoes, but I guess she doesn't lift her feet when she walks.
She shuffles and she wears sandals sometimes. And you pick it up on the mics, and when you listen back to it on Facebook, it is the funniest thing you've ever heard.
Can you identify
it's like a
that
6-year-old
sound?
Would you ever date a girl who drags her feet?
It all depends, really.
Oh, that's why he
It
slipped.
It depends
all
on what.
depends.
Yes, it's
really
dragging.
all depends, but the noise will probably irritate me.
Josh, would you date a girl that
You
drags her
gotta pick
feet?
up your feet.
I'd have to like ask her to, to stop doing it.
You have to ask her to stop
Does
doing
it matter
it.
if they drag their feet?
Yes.
Why?
That
It's the most
noise,
annoying thing in the world.
Well, is it a
Because
constant
I had a
dragging, or
couple
is it
girls
just
that
once in a
snored.
while?
You're like a zombie drag.
Have you ever never seen a girl drag her feet?
I drag my feet.
Well, I wouldn't date you either. Would you date a girl that drags her feet?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah.
You kind of get turned on by that, don't you? You like them funky noises. Champa-cha-pom-pom.
I'm into funky things. And what? What you just said? Bouncing about what?
That chicka-pom-pom thing. you do.
I
No,
know.
you can't do that. I do that.
Vinny's
Yeah.
in your head now too, isn't he? His sound effects are always in my head.
This guy's always in my head. Because I see some of the. You ever gone out to dinner and see people and watch what they just call people watching? And you watch what they
Yes.
do.
I love
You know? Do you?
People
do you-
watching.
Yeah. Do you find
People
that?
watching.
Do you like doing that?
Amazing. I love it.
I used
fun doing
to.
New York.
I used to take in New York. I used to
Yeah.
go to LaGuardia Airport.
Really?
Yes, because they used to have the thing where the planes landed. Maybe it was Kennedy. They landed and took off, and there were tables you could watch. And we used to watch people. So that used to be my number one go-to. Girls love that crap. I don't know why. I thought it was.
You get to
stupid.
make fun of people.
People,
Of course.
Women love to make fun of
It's
people.
fun doing in Central Park. It's really fun doing it.
No, you get mugged.
Airports are good.
Like,
I got mugged in Central Park.
Oof.
Airports are good. Oh, tomorrow, guys, we have a live shoot
Oh God.
at Space of Mind in the afternoon. So we gotta, Teddy, we gotta put all those pieces together. See what we're gonna do if we even
We
need
went
the
from
tent.
being mugged in Central Park to.
Made me think of the park and the tent and follow my mind thought.
Follow the bouncing ball.
You got that?
That's another thing you have to learn. You have to learn to follow the bouncing ball. Women
Yeah.
turn on a dime on you.
A dime.
seriously,
In this
yeah.
Is that
place,
true?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
in this place, a dime.
They could love you and then they hate you and they
telling
spit
you.
at you and then they come back and says,
I didn't
Listen.
really mean it. Yeah.
I know.
"I'm sorry. Can I put a Band-Aid on that slash I put across your chest?"
Big.
No.
It's not nice, is it? But it's probably true.
It is true. Women, listen. You guys all have mothers, don't you? Mothers. You got mothers. That's your number one woman in your life. Did you know that? She's with you the longest.
Well,
So
always
any
protect
woman,
you.
your only woman that you ever going to compare her to is mama, because mom took care of you. Ain't no woman going to take care of you. Can you live with that?
How much taking care of do you need?
They know what I'm talking
Some-
about. You got to be a
some guys need
man.
a lot.
So much.
You got to. Yeah, that means his mom took care of him too much.
Teddy's even meal prepping for you. She's like, I have an extra meal prep, Freddie. You
No,
want
she
lunch
showed
tomorrow?
me something yesterday that looked like The Exorcist on a plate.
The funny thing is, she
The hell
made her
was
food
that?
the same way I made mine, and I'm like, we did the same recipe. Only
Yeah.
she used eggs and I used tuna.
Oh, stop it! Let's just stop. While we're ahead of the game.
Meal prep. You guys meal prep your lunch?
Yeah, just do it the night before. Grab it and go.
What are you
Really?
grabbing?
I grabbed my sandwich today, and then I got some strawberries, and I
Sandwich?
put
What's a sandwich?
A sandwich.
A
A
sandwich?
sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sandwich sounds better. And I got what those things called? The strawberries with granola and yogurt.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I know. Adrian wants to see you guys. All right, Adrian, on the afternoon show. That's why the other studio has multiple cameras. Say, I want to see what you guys look like.
Hey.
You meal prep, Vinny?
No.
He thinks about where he's going for his Pop
Yeah,
Tarts.
Vinny meal preps his budget as he decides where he's buying.
Pretty much.
Joshua?
No.
No. Slick?
This
Same-
guy?
The same way. Budget. So
Budget.
Yeah.
Okay.
I burn my toes and I overboil the
You bring
water.
your toes?
I maybe the least culinary oriented person you'll ever
What are you
meet.
talking about? You walk in a restaurant. I can see you take a sandwich out of your pocket and a Coke out of the other
I have to
pocket.
worry in the mornings when I'm making my breakfast that I'm not going to pour too much milk to the soil.
You make your
cereal.
breakfast? What do you make?
No,
make
I'm
mine
trying
the
to say
night
that
before.
I don't cook. So like I'm so bad that when I pour the milk, in the cereal, it's disproportionate. And I just
What's your
roll,
favorite
start
cereal?
over. Honey Bunches and Oats. I'm basic, man.
Vinny doesn't
That's
even
a
eat
solid
milk in
one,
his
though.
cereal.
That is
He
solid.
eats it out of the bag.
Do you know that you can tell a lot from a person's morning cereal?
Really?
Did you know that?
No.
Well, what's yours?
Right.
Same as his.
What's yours?
With a
Honey
glass
Bunches of
juice.
Oats?
Best
Right.
creation was the milk bar. That
'Cause
woman
we are
that created the
grounded.
milk bar.
We're grounded.
Our pass.
That's what that means. Which is your cereal?
I don't like cereal that much.
Because tells what?
If I really have a sweet tooth, I'll do like gluten-free Lucky Charms. But usually, I didn't eat cereal for years and years and years.
It's a fun person, Lucky Charms. What do you like?
Gluten-free Lucky Charms.
Of course, because
Yeah.
you're a madman. What do you like?
Honeycombs.
I remember those in the day. They still have those?
Yeah, they sell.
Those
they
are
don't make
good.
commercials or anything. You just have to go out and buy
You know what honeycombs means? You know, you ever seen a honeycomb cereal? It means that he makes a lot of decisions every minute of the day.
Really?
Wow.
I'm telling you, I dated a lady who was a health
Freddie
It
nut.
doesn't mean. I don't think the facts are correct on that.
Remember
Look
we
it
were gonna
up.
do that cereal show?
Yeah.
What do you eat, wise guy?
Mini wheats.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, mini wheats.
You know, mini wheats have shrinkage in milk.
I mean,
but anyway,
they do
we're gonna
make
leave that
bigger
alone.
mini wheats. They make big mini wheats, so it's kind of like.
I know you like the oversized, but they still
Yeah, I do.
shrink
I
in
really
milk.
do.
What do you eat? I'm afraid to ask.
I've now moved into oatmeal. Because I
You
can
see,
make
that's
it the
not
night
even
before.
a cereal, so she wants to change the world.
I do overnight oats every
She's a
night
hipster.
now.
What is
No, it's hot
I
a
already-
cereal.
I like
hipster? You have no idea what you've created with that mess.
But you're so
But what
right.
cereal did you eat?
Did I used to eat? I used
Lucky
to eat
Charms.
cereal for dinner all the time.
Which one?
I don't even remember.
Lucky Charms.
I love Lucky
Or
Charms.
Count Chocula.
No, Lucky Charms were good. Sugar Pops or
Oh,
Sugar
what about
Pops.
the corn
Cheerios.
pops? I used to
Corn
love
Pops,
corn
yeah.
pops.
the corn pops?
sugar corn pops.
My mother bought that for me. That was disgusting.
And the sugar smacks with the frog on them.
Oh,
The
yeah,
sugary
I know.
ones.
Oh,
Then I had
yeah.
to get healthy.
There was a
Smacks
frog
was
on
nice.
them?
Yeah, the smacks were nice. Yeah, I
The
know
sugar
what you're talking
smacks,
about.
yeah.
I know what you're
Now,
talking about.
last but not least, Bianca, what kind of cereal do you eat?
Blueberry morning or Cheerios?
Regular Cheerios?
No, the Honey Nut Cheerios. You're
Oh.
not an animal. Those ones are so boring. The ones that taste like nothing, they would make me so sad because I would pour them in the bowl and I'd eat it and then nothing would happen. It would just
I know.
taste bad.
My mother used to buy those for my father. And he says, you have to start from nothing. Now, you ever put fruit in your cereal? Like banana or
Yes,
strawberry?
of course.
You ever did that?
I didn't eat enough cereal to do it.
Yes, my overnight oats have fruit in them every morning now.
If
Coconut
you put
milk and
cereal
fruit.
in any, you put it in the,
They're so
the wheat's
good.
delicious.
No, I kind of like my wheat soggy, so like I just
Soggy
wait
in
for
milk.
it. I wait for it, and then
I hate to
the
admit
wheat
this.
gets soggy.
I like my cereal soggy,
like
but not
No,
too
no,
soggy.
I like my
The
wheat
Honey
soggy,
Bunches?
my mini wheat
I like it
soggy.
when they soggy. I don't
No,
like it
because
when it's
they're
too hard.
to
It crunch. I don't like all that
Yeah,
noise.
you gotta wait, right? You gotta wait for them to like sog up a little bit.
Life has enough crunch in it for me.
Well, don't you feel old eating soggy cereal?
Yeah.
I've been doing this
Doesn't
since
that
I'm
make you
19. No, I don't feel old. That I can chew, I'm happy with. Now, do you have bread and toast too?
No, usually not.
I do.
Anybody has toast with their? Yeah, of course you do.
It's
You,
just carbs on carbs.
Yeah, that's a lot of carbs.
That's a lot of carbs. Who has toast and cereal?
Yeah. That's
I've had it.
You gotta
That's-
skip the
but there's
cereal
no
to have the
protein in
toast.
any of that.
Yeah.
Now I don't even do breakfast. Now I just do a cup of coffee and go. But
That's worse. You're supposed to do breakfast, they
I
say.
don't have
Also-
enough time.
It's the most
That's
important
why I
meal
meal
of the
prep
day.
the night before.
It's the most important meal of
Half
the
a
day.
cup of oatmeal, half a cup of coconut milk, some fruit in the fridge, and I grab it in the morning in my
I can't
plastic
eat
You
cup.
all-
put a scoop of chocolate protein powder in it and shake it up. It's the best thing
There you
ever.
go.
I can't eat all that food.
So don't put fruit in it. Just do your oatmeal
I
and
don't
almond
want
milk.
No, because the oatmeal that I eat, I have to boil the water and do the merengue dance.
Overnight oats. You don't have to do
No,
that
I don't
anymore.
do that. I don't like that.
Try it.
I don't like it.
How old are you?
12. I like oatmeal the way Mama used to make, and she
Your
showed
food
me.
choices. I know.
And I stir it up and boil. My oatmeal goes from a hand to feeding everybody in this room when I finish with it.
Wow.
It has all that puffy air in it.
You should really cook for everybody.
Absolutely not.
Your
Why
breakfast,
not?
your lunches, your dinner choices.
Barbecue.
You know what we should do? We should have the cook-off, men against the girls, because now I got enough
Then you
men.
got RK.
I'll burn the place down.
He can be the
Well, we'll
judge.
keep you away from the fire.
Teddy and I might just give you two
You'll
nutrition
serve.
salad.
He'll serve.
Does her mom count? Can we bring in Ellen?
Yeah, you can bring anybody you
Okay,
want.
if we bring in
I
Ellen,
make a
then we're
mean
good.
steak. I bring in Michael's mom.
There
She'll
you
blow
go.
everyone away.
I'm gonna bring in Wayne.
Bacon and a side of bacon.
Do you know that is the best meal of the day? The bacon with the bacon. I can't eat that no more. Doctor put me on restriction yesterday.
I know.
That's it. You done.
You know what's great about this doctor? He's the only one you listen to.
He scared me yesterday.
That's
And
why
then the
he's
doctor
good.
that I went at night, he's worse than the guy I went during the day.
You got a wake up call, huh?
Well, you know what? They say get your S together. Okay, you're grown. Amen.
Yep.
You get it done and get it done right. Otherwise, we're going to restrict you with insulin and all this other stuff. So, done with that nonsense. Got to
Yeah.
move on.
Bubba
I
Keg,
got
here
the
I
message.
come. All right, who's got a show today?
What?
Me.
You do?
Who else?
I guess so.
You do? Don't sound so
has-
enthusiastic.
Vinny has a show today.
Not for
Really?
today. I want to help out with that, and I'm playing something for next week on Amy's show.
Yeah, we got a lot going on today. Amy's got a full house. Amy, she's got a guest. We've got Pazit. We've got OMG. We got a full house today
Yeah.
in the afternoon show.
Now, what I would like you guys to put into your calendar somehow is I'd like to start taking your shows onto the radio.
Radio or road?
The radio. That's the first part.
Remind me
Yeah. The reason I want to do that is that we found a very big success rate with Teddy on Tuesday nights. And then we ran a tape yesterday. The numbers weren't
Yeah,
as
shoddy.
successful. So live is the way to go with this thing. And if we're going to be
I also
selling this
wasn't
platform.
on that one.
You were not on
so.
the end. Exactly.
Well, what was last night? Oh, we had the other one. No, she didn't do the
She
interview.
didn't do it. She was not
Well, the
doing it.
reruns don't work. People just don't understand. Reruns don't work. You gotta do the things live. That's the first thing. The other thing is we're gonna start going more on the road, but we're going to introduce it because of the new technology with the VMix.
We're going to try it tomorrow.
Yep, we're gonna be doing more of that, and we're gonna be talking to people about going to places. Now, some of you guys have been on remotes with us, and many of, I think you have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you went to
Yeah,
my
that's
center.
His
Slick used
face
to
of mine,
do
too.
Slick used to do minis with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to. Yeah.
and mine.
Yeah.
Didn't you go to Meisner Park?
No, I went to
No, he was
eyebrows.
after
I went to
Meister.
eyebrows. I got my eyebrows done.
You went to Wolf.
Vinny, you weren't with
I
us
went to Wolf.
at Meisner?
You went to...
No,
No.
because Slick, after me, Slick is the one who's been here the longest, and we just used to do minis.
Yeah.
Because
used
we
to
went,
go
we
out, yeah.
shut down after Meisner.
Yep.
It was even before Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
I'm asking Meisner if they'll let us stage a show from there, even though it's empty, just so that they can get the experience of. I mean, that was really some shoot with the dressing room and all. Hector blew it out. Hector blew us out of there. Hector sneezed and the whole room
In
laughed.
day one of COVID, Hector sneezes and we were like, gotta go!
It wasn't a sneeze; it was a volcano. I went everywhere. I'm out of here.
Are you ready to wrap this up? We got a full day. We got to finish this place up, clean it up. Adrian, we're going to get some film. We're going to post that. We'll do a speed lapse for you because otherwise it's going to be very long film footage. More to come on our morning shows, our afternoon shows, all the way through tonight with Amy Rashevsky. More to come.
More to come. Have fun, and we'll see you at 12.
Bye-bye.
Don't be late.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the morning show. As I go now to fill my mug, which is completely empty, I'm coffee out.
Your cup runneth over.
No, company dry.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Tune in for all of our other morning shows coming from Ant Media Productions and then our afternoon show at 12 o'clock.
And always join us for more fun and laughs because, you know, your day starts when you smile.
Have a great morning, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.